Made on Ridgeway Sports Podcast, episode number 19. Hunter Keister back here with
K-Mac.
NBA Finals 4, 5, and 6, as we will go over and recap the NBA Finals and who won that, as it did end in 6 games. And, well, if you didn't know who won, you're going to find out now.
Yep. I was wrong on this one. I had Boston in 7. Just overall, not a very good showing for Boston. Too many turnovers in every game. Man, Jason Tatum really let them down, in my opinion.
He choked really bad.
They needed him to come up big in a lot of games, and he did not. But we'll start off with last Friday. Last Friday, the Warriors won 107-97. Big game from Steph. He had 43. And again, turnovers from Tatum. Just not having a true point guard to really get things set up for easy shots was their ultimate downfall. So they lost that one. Steph had a huge night. 43, I mean, that's all you need. And some bench players to come along.
Yeah, right.
Jaylen Brown at 21, Marcus Smart 18. But ultimately, Golden State prevailed in that one. So then to Game 5, Andrew Wiggins had a big, nice game for Golden State. He's actually been a really good defender for them. Was a number 1 overall pick a couple years back. Pretty lengthy, tall, small forward. Again, Celtics turnovers in that game killed them. And Marcus Smart really just isn't. He's not a good point guard in that aspect. He's just a good defensive player, which is why he won Defensive Player of the Year. I
think he should be a 2, and they should go out.
I think they need to get a actual point guard.
Yeah. Yep.
Because a lot of their scoring comes from Tatum and Brown just isoing, and Golden State's a really good ball movement team, and that's a big reason why they won is just not turn the ball over and just put yourself in a position to win. So Monday was Game 5. Golden State won that one again, 104-94. Jason Tatum had 27, Jaylen Brown with 18. Turnovers for sure killed them in that one. Wiggins led Golden State in scoring. Stephen Curry didn't even make a 3 of that game, so that broke a streak for him with a game with a 3-pointer made in like a really long streak.
Yeah, probably really, really long time.
Curry only had 16. So, Game 5 went to Golden State, and then that led to tonight, Thursday night, Golden State heads to Boston, and they pretty much controlled this game. Boston started out pretty good in the first quarter, and then from the end of the first quarter on, Golden State took over, and Boston never really came within reach again.
Yeah. We knew once they got shooting that it was going to be a long night for Boston once Golden State was hitting everything and Curry was on fire and nobody could really miss. Jordan Poole had a really good first half, kind of simmered out in the second half, but at that point it really didn't matter. Golden State was able to pull it on, tag it on early and never really gave it back up. Nope. Boston kind of pulled within 10 a couple of times.
They got close they got close in the third quarter. That's when they made their run. Boston at least cut it closer, but then Golden State just pretty much ended that in the fourth quarter. I mean, sealing the deal with about 4 minutes left. Curry had 34. Draymond actually had his first good game of the finals this whole series. 12, 8, and 12. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's what they needed out of him.
Yeah, for sure.
But a lot of the games he didn't really do too well. Andrew Wiggins, 18.
Wow.
5 and 6.
That's a good game.
I mean, that's what you needed.
Yeah.
Curry's been averaging 30 points a game. He's had a 40 bomb. He had a 40 bomber, so he's probably gonna be the MVP. He is the MVP. I'm not even gonna look it up. I already know he is.
Yep.
For Boston tonight, Jaylen Brown came up with 34 points.
Too many turnovers.
Just 23, 24 turnovers.
Oh my God.
So many scoring opportunities. You're missing out on that.
Yeah.
And Jason Tatum tonight had 13 points. Just came up small. And honestly, I don't really think he even played that good the whole final series.
The whole series, yeah.
I feel like he
had like 1 or 2 good games, and other than that, he kind of, for what I was expecting out of Jason Tatum, lackluster and disappointing for sure.
Maybe he'll get another strike and look a lot better, but for his first outing in this finals, wasn't looking too good. But so the Boston Celtics ultimately lose 2-4, and Golden State takes it in 6, and I had it in 7 going to Boston. So definitely a back and forth kind of series.
Yeah.
I mean, after that first game where Boston took over in the fourth quarter, it kind of like they were the better team, and then their other win, it looks like they were just too big for Golden State, but I feel like they were just they had a bad game plan.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're trying to shoot with Golden State. Like, I would have brought it more into interior scoring, controlling the clock a little bit, and not letting Golden State get 45 attempts at 3, which is what they let them do tonight. Like, why not slow things down, try to get some easy buckets, and just out-physically beat them with your bigger players, because Golden State's a finesse team. They're not
big and
they're not big like that. That's not how their game is. But
Draymond Green plays their big bully ball center when they play small ball.
And he's not that.
Yeah.
So ultimately moving forward, just see what happens with that. NBA will be back in the fall.
Yeah, crazy NBA finals. Would have liked to see a different team in there, but Boston just couldn't keep the ball in their own possession, and like I said at the beginning, their point guard problem is pretty evident, and now I think it will be what holds them back from winning a championship.
I don't think they even get back to the finals in the East next year.
Yeah, and
that's going to be real hard for them to get back.
As basketball gets harder and harder with these teams being created, it's a lot harder to get back to where, back to the championship. So hats off to the Warriors. Yeah, I would say hats off to the Warriors.
They're the only exception.
For winning 4 out of 8, which is absolutely insane. You can definitely call them a dynasty now, a basketball dynasty, and crazy.
If not for LeBron, they'd have 5 or 6.
Yeah,
actually 5. Yeah, going back 8 years, that'd be 2014. Yeah, I mean, actually, they could even have more. And if not for Kawhi Leonard and the Raptors, so they've been there too many times. I'm kind of over that, to be honest with you. It'd be nice to see someone different. I know the Suns made it last year, but the Bucks and Suns, that wasn't really that good of a series. So that's a wrap. What are we going to move into next?
Okay, bringing it back, I'm going to touch on the first game of the Stanley Cup Finals that was played last night with, I believe, the Avalanche win 4-3 in overtime. They opened the period 3-1, but Tampa Bay stormed back with 2 in the second, and they forced overtime, but Colorado was able to steal the deal and get a big Game 1 win on home ice. That is pretty important for them. Vasilevsky still made 34 saves. He let in a couple really bad goals. He's like one of the best in the world, and he let in a couple really bad goals to start. Tampa Bay didn't get a whole lot of shots, only having 20. That's insane.
Wow. That's not many at all.
That's not. Well, 23. No. Yeah, 23. Yep.
23.
That's crazy. That's not a whole lot at all, especially in a whole game.
Overtime.
And overtime, yes.
Overtime.
And overtime. Let's see what the goals. Landeskog had a goal. Lincoln didn't have a goal. I think.
You might need to enlarge that screen there.
Yeah.
That's hard to read.
Bobrovsky. Huh. Okay, and then what did Tampa Bay do? Tampa Bay had goals from Sergachev. Nick Paul had one. Palat had one. Wow, I can't believe. I watched pretty much like the first and a little bit of the second before I fell asleep.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, Colorado's got this in the bag. 3-1, easy. Nope, Tampa Bay couldn't finish it up, but Colorado.
I think their next game is Saturday. Saturday night.
Saturday night. in Colorado. That place was rocking, by the way. That playoff atmosphere looked
crazy.
Absolutely incredible.
Looked like a party.
Makes me miss Chicago and playoff hockey. I hope we'll get back soon. But staying on Tampa Bay in Colorado, Game 1, go to Colorado. Kurt, Stanley Cup Finals prediction. It's 1-0 Avalanche right now. Who do you got in the 7-game series?
I'm a little ticked after my Rangers pick.
Yeah.
I really wanted the Rangers,
I know. Kurt's a big-time Rangers fan.
According to what I'm hearing, Tampa Bay is the favorite, so I'm definitely going with Colorado. Go Avalanche.
Wow.
And I'm picking Avalanche. Is it best of 7?
Yeah. And they're already up 1-0.
4-3. Tampa Bay.
7 games.
4-3.
You think it'll be
4-3 Tampa wins.
Tampa wins the finals?
4-3.
Okay.
Close. I bet it'll be real close, though.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be better than
the
NBA Finals.
This is a really good
I bet this will actually be more competitive.
Both these teams are really, really good. But yeah, that'll give it for the NHL playoffs.
T-Bay in 7.
And Kurt likes Tampa Bay in 7. And I want the Avalanche to win really bad. But Tampa Bay is just too good to me, man. I'm gonna go Tampa. Now that they already lost one, I think it has to go 7. So I think, I think I'll take Tampa in 7 games to win it over the Avalanche. And
who wins Game 2?
Game 2.
Tampa gets one back. I
think Colorado wins. Both.
How does it work in hockey with home field? Oh, it is like the NBA.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought so.
It is like the NBA. So Avalanche played the first 2 games at home, then Tampa gets the next 2, then it'd be back to the Avalanche, then back to Tampa. Then Game 7 would be at Colorado.
Yeah, that's huge.
So it is like the NBA. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, hockey playoffs are 7-game series with the same as the NBA.
Same format.
So Colorado having that Game 7 on home ice could be a pivotal factor if they're going to win this series, if it goes that far. But
Tampa's got to win Saturday then.
Yeah.
They got to win Saturday. They got to at least steal 1.
Yep, I think so too. But I like Colorado in this one, though. I like Colorado on their home ice. I think those fans are just too crazy. Those fans were just going nuts.
It's a big deal. Home field environment is when it's a strong, it has a strong essence, it is definitely a big thing. It's like the 13th man at Seattle.
Yeah, back in the day when it was
Kansas City at home too. So loud.
Right.
Too bad we can't make Michigan like that though. We can. We have the people, but everyone's just on their freaking ass.
We're
quiet.
We're trying.
We're trying to get them going though.
We're trying. Speaking of Michigan, as we get into our next topic of this podcast, it comes with some somber news out of Michigan recruiting, as somebody in your own backyard that grew up a Michigan fan, that their grandfather,
your own blood,
was the last one to win your national title, and he goes to Notre Dame instead. Now I'm trying to be a positive Michigan fan here and say that the pressure was too much and that I like the other 2 guys better, but that is true. But it's a really bad loss if you're Harbaugh. There's no other way to put it. I don't know what happened. I don't know how, but he grew up around me his whole life. There is no reason.
It's in his blood.
There is no reason why he is at Notre Dame right now. And I think Harbaugh has to be personally to blame.
What's his name? You didn't say his name
CJ
yet.
Carr. CJ Carr.
CJ Carr.
Yep. He is a 4-star quarterback out of the 2024 class. And was pretty much Notre Dame or Michigan the whole way, and he goes Notre Dame. It's a fail. It's a fail.
I just read a quote from JJ. He spoke some thoughts on this situation. He said, if he's looking to come work and compete, he should come to Michigan, but he was looking just to get a check, then we're fine. We don't need him, pretty much.
Yeah, and I think that statement was generally to everybody.
Yeah,
in that
and all recruits,
right.
We're here to win. We're not here for the money. We're here to win and put the work in. that's what that's the attitude they need.
Hopefully it doesn't matter because JJ can carry us to the promised land for 4 years straight. But, yeah, 2024 now becomes a lot more important with guys like Dante Moore and Jaden Davis. Because if you miss out on those two guys, your quarterback room
is going to be a transfer.
Very bleak and probably another transfer. Okay, I don't even want to put that in the air because I know Harbaugh is already probably thinking about it. Yeah, Carl, what do you think? I mean, own backyard, can't reel him in. What do you make of this for Harbaugh?
I feel like he probably got slapped to the face. He was like, man, what's going on here? But in today's age with the new NIL deals, is that what it is?
Yep.
The whole
player likeness.
Players, yeah. I feel like he probably would have been better off coming to Michigan because this, with the connection being there, and JJ will not be here still in 2024, so the competition would have probably worked his way. But, you know, if he wants to go to Notre Dame and attest to nothing, then, I mean, because what are they going to do? In 3 years, is anything going to really change? No, they're not in a conference. Right. And they don't play anybody. Hardly ever.
They gotta.
Heck, they don't even have us scheduled to play them for a long time, which I don't know why they stopped that.
Yeah.
Like, that was one of the best rivalries, and after that final one a couple years ago, they said it's permanently gone until like 2030 or something crazy.
They got a good schedule this year, though. Notre Dame does.
Do they?
Play Ohio State on the road. Play
First game, yeah.
Play USC.
Well, I would hope so. I mean,
they got a couple.
It's a bloodbath in the Big Ten, so that's all I got to say.
Yeah,
but
whoever makes it out of that.
For him to do that, that's he was probably he wasn't really about it then. He wasn't a Michigan man, so
who needs him?
Who needs him?
Let's go JJ.
We already got JJ. We don't need CJ. Feels like he'd be the off-brand version.
Right. Diet JJ.
We got JJ.
Diet JJ.
Yeah, he's just the off-brand.
Diet JJ. That's what we're calling him nowadays.
He'd be like Dr. Thunder to Dr. Pepper.
Yep. Diet CJ. Go have fun in Notre Dame.
He's the Powerade to Gatorade.
Yeah. Yep. That's how we feel about him now. That's how we feel about him. Yeah, man. I don't know. That's a fumble, but you got to get back on it.
All right.
Yeah. Hopefully these QBs pan out. We get one of them or both. But Harbaugh.
You said Dante Moore, and who's the other quarterback we're trying to get?
Jaden Davis.
J.D. Davis?
Jaden
Davis. Heading into NFL news, some more stuff. Gotta keep up on that just because every week there's something going down.
Always something going down.
Heck, I forgot to even add this in. In the time being, since we did our last episode last week, Deshaun Watson got 2 more allegations. So that situation's just becoming more cloudier and cloudier by the week, by the day. And I gotta say, I don't think he's gonna play this year. I really have a feeling he's not going to.
Yeah, I don't see 24 cases of all this stuff getting ironed out before the season starts. I think it could end up being like he'll start at 8 to 10 games, and then once, if nothing is done with the case in that time, I think that he'll be forced to sit out the remainder of the year.
Looking at best case scenario now, probably more like half a season. A little more half a season at best. It's just become more of a mess for him. It's just a big old mess. And then puts Cleveland in a bad spot because Baker's not playing again. He's not going to play there, so.
Put Cleveland in a really bad
situation. What a situation. They put a lot of eggs in that basket, and that might not work out.
Right.
Some other news. Lamar Jackson's having contract issues as well. He's looking to get an extension, and I don't blame him because
he's good.
2018, that's when he was drafted. He was drafted in the class with Josh Rosen, Josh Allen, and Baker Mayfield. So all those quarterbacks are going to want some money. Baker, I don't think he's going to really get much, but Josh Allen and Lamar are definitely going to get some big bank. Considering what Deshaun just got, Lamar's definitely going to come out saying he's going to want that as just like the minimum.
Right.
Because he won MVP. I don't dislike Lamar, but I think they are limited to what they can achieve with him in the playoffs. I don't think I could ever see them taking them to the Super Bowl, but I definitely see them always as an AFC contender every year just because John Harbaugh is a good coach.
Yeah.
For sure, he's always been a good coach. They're always competitive. And up until Lamar got hurt last year, they were the number 1 seed in the AFC. They were like 8-3. And he got hurt. Lamar did, unfortunately. But I guess they're saying he might sit out training camp and he might not play a game or a couple of games potentially.
That'd be
I don't
crazy.
think he'll do that, but I definitely could see him holding out until the season starts.
Yeah.
And considering they just lost Marquise Brown, and if he's not even training out there with them,
He needs some time with those new receivers.
with those new receivers, you got to get some chemistry going, some rhythm.
That could be huge if he doesn't practice with them at all.
Even though they're more of a running offense, you still have to be able to throw the ball in today's league. And I think that could lead to some potential issues. But I don't know. We'll see. Baltimore's in a tough spot. Do you sign him? Do you not? I absolutely would sign him 100%. The dude was an MVP. He's been a winner every year. Ever since he's been a starter, he's had you in the playoffs or in playoff contention. I think you got to sign him. You can't let him go, because if you let him go, who's going to be your quarterback for the next 4 years?
Right.
Tyler Huntley, he looked good last year for a backup, but, backups have their little run.
Right.
But they've usually been shown not to be full-time starters in the league, which is why they're backups. Aaron Donald got into a deal last week that made him the highest paid defensive player in history, which I'm not really surprised.
Well deserved. He definitely deserved that.
He was considering retirement, but I think that was more of just scaring the Rams into getting him a contract because they didn't want to lose him. And Cooper Kupp got a contract as well. Both well-deserved. Cooper Kupp, MVP of the Super Bowl. I think he should have been MVP.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he was MVP, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think.
Pretty sure he was.
And I remember being mad that Stafford didn't get it.
Yeah, it was definitely Cooper Kupp then. Well-deserved. Always feel like Cooper Kupp was hindered by Jared Goff, and now they actually got a good quarterback. He can really shine. I wouldn't put him at number 1 yet, but he's definitely top 3, top 5. There's just so many good receivers, it's even hard to even do a list.
Right.
But well-deserved for both of them, and the Rams will be a pretty good team this year, I bet.
Yeah, they're definitely going to contend for the NFC. But I think that will do it. As we got through all our news. Another week in sports. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends. We're building something special here. This is gonna be
Get
fun.
on the train before it leaves.
Yeah, we got a lot of
Hop on.
We got a lot of exciting things planned for the sports season.
The off season will remain spicy.
And we got a lot planned. So hope you guys enjoyed Made on Ridgeway Sports Podcast.
Remember the name.
Episode number 19.
19.
Peace.
Adios.